Welcome back to TECHMIMIC, where you can simply view, imitate, replicate, and get on with your day. If there is a specific issue for which you would like to see a video, please leave a comment. In this video, we're going to install KDE Plasma 6 on a system where we have just installed FreeBSD 14.1. If you are looking for a step-by-step guide to upgrade from KDE Plasma 5 to Plasma 6 on an existing system, there is a link in the description of this video and on screen now. FreeBSD doesn't come with a graphical environment or graphical user interface because in many server applications of FreeBSD this is not needed. But if you want to use FreeBSD as your primary machine for daily use, the desktop environment like XFCE, GNOME, KDE, Mate and Cinnamon will be very useful. The first step for all of those is to install the X Windows system. Boot up the system, log in as the root user and type the command pkg install xorg and when prompted enter Y for yes. The required packages will now be downloaded. This could take a few minutes. If there will be regular users on the system besides root, add them to the group video with the command pw groupmod video-m and then your username. The next step depends on your graphics card. In my test environment, I am running FreeBSD in a virtual machine, but the procedure will be different for Intel, AMD, Nvidia, etc. To identify the graphic cards installed in your system, type PCI-conf-lv pipe grep-b4 VGA. Again, as I am using a virtual machine, the device is an QXL Paravirtual card. If the graphics card is not on Intel, AMD or Nvidia, then VESA in BIOS mode or SCFB in UEFI mode modules should be used. To check the boot mode, type sysctl macdep.boot method. In my example, the boot method is BIOS, so I can go for the VESA module because this is not on Intel, AMD or Nvidia. This might sound intimidating, but it is very easy. The FreeBSD handbook has a table that lists the exact module and the steps to be used for your graphics cards. A link to this is in the description of this video. Just replace it to the next command with your required module. Type pkg install xf86 -video -VESA. Now the X Windows system is ready to go. Type start X. This is very basic as you can see and it is not that useful. So on top of the X Windows system we have to add a desktop environment. We are now going to install the easy to use and highly configurable desktop manager KDE Plasma 6. To start fresh, I've rebooted the system. Note that some of the following commands might have some overlap, but because packages can't be installed twice, it shouldn't hurt your system anyway, and at least then we know we are not missing any components. First we install the base KDE Plasma that contains the core components. pkg install plasma 6-plasma. We now have a base system and we will now add the development libraries and tools for Plasma 6. pkg install KDE 6-devel. Now let's simply install all Plasma 6 and all KDE Frameworks 6 packages with the commands pkg install -glob double quote plasma 6 double quote. And the same command and replace plasma with kf6. The previous two commands might be overkill for some users, but if you just want to play around with Plasma 6, it makes a good starting point. KDE needs to use dbus daemon to function properly. This is already installed, we just need to enable it with the command sysrc dbus_enable equals yes. Pay attention to the capitals and double quotes. Also, we need to increase the receive and send message sizes for optimal performance. Type the commands sysctl net.local.stream.receivespace equal 65536 and the same command, but replace receive with send. Let's check if dbus is enabled with the command cat/etc/rc.conf. It is indeed. KDE is now installed, and as a last step we need a display manager, in this case SDDM. To install SDDM, type pkg install SDDM. Most likely you want KDE to be started automatically upon system boot, so type sysrc sddm_enable equals yes. Pay attention to the double quotes and capitals. Now reboot the system, and from this point on KDE will automatically start for you and you will be ready to go. If you are running FreeBSD in a virtual machine, it is a common problem that your mouse pointer just refuses to move in your desktop manager. If you encountered this problem, may I suggest that you watch the related video on the topic, where I will demonstrate how to fix this for both QEMU/KVM via the virtual machine manager and for VirtualBox. There is a link in the description of this video for your convenience. That's it. Hope it helped, and if it did, please like the video and keep it up. Until next time, bye!